Hi, Ignatius.
Hi, Beslin. Nice to see you again. So
Yeah,
I recall our last podcast was 3 months ago.
I think that was, yeah, 2 to 3 months, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And yeah, how has Alona been?
Well, she's doing good and she's coming this October too.
Fantastic. This is why I'm reminded of continuing to do what I do. And I'm so glad that you're on board with me. And we're going deeper into this experience of being open and vulnerable. And yeah, I can't wait to talk about today's podcast. Well, this episode not really gonna talk about a real life coaching situation, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, um, Ignatius, you are running the third edition of the Shift Workshop. For those new to it, what exactly is the shift, and why do you call it that?
Well, oh, thanks for asking. Um, it's the fourth edition already, really. um, well, firstly, it's been a shift in my perspective and my beliefs that uh, I we spent, and you and I we did a lot of content for the last 3 years before we started going into a more in-person kind of content delivery. That is the first shift. The first shift was when you challenged me to step out of my fear of being in public. Uh, so a shift in, we talk about a shift in belief system perspectives. Um, and it only really begins by paying attention and noticing what's shifting in us, in our thoughts. A lot of us, we run on thoughts, right? Logic. That's what we covered in the first workshop. Um, the cognitive triangle. You remember that?
Yeah,
And the conception, I would say the misconception that only thoughts drive actions and emotions, but it's really all three. And the awareness also comes in the acceptance that when certain states of fight, flight, or freeze, um, just the thought process shuts down. It's not it's not comprehensible that we can actually engage our logical thinking when a different part of our brain is at work. So, so shifting in understanding, building awareness of the need to notice our body, understanding what's going on. That's the shift, isn't it? And I hope that through understanding the shift within us, and each shift is different for everyone, we have a different way of um, understanding ourselves because everyone's journey is unique.
I see.
And yeah, for those new to this, um, what exactly are we going to talk about for the fourth workshop? We branded it boldly. It's called Reclaim Your Calm. Um, I'm not sure we're going to learn to reclaim our calm, but I wanted to emphasize on the word reclaim. Many of us think that we tend to identify ourselves with a pattern of, say, for example, of being the monster in me showing up, or the person I really detest to be, uh, the overachiever, the always showing up person, or the hiding away guy or gal. And all these are labels. I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm normally a calm person, but by associating a tag called reclaim, I'm presupposing a positive assumptive statement here is that calm is somewhere in you. There's a part of you that knows and behaves calmly. And so that is the first perspective shift that we have subtly put into this. And of course, it's a bold statement. Um, and that's why I call it that. Reclaim your calm. What are we going to do? We're going to pay attention to where we are using a tool called the window of tolerance, where we are in our body, in our mind, given the environment that we are in, what we are picking up through our senses. Um, and then hopefully with that tool, the window of tolerance, it gives us an idea, a perspective of which zone we are. The green zone being where we are able to socially connect, use our prefrontal cortex, that's a part of the brain that helps us to remain in that thinking, that relating zone, the green zone. And when we are pushing it to a red or blue zone, and that's usually described in the red color red, you can think of a volcano eruption, there's lava spewing up and all that.
Yeah.
Um, Blue zone, you can think of an ice cube where you freeze. I think of the sea. And why that is so, because I relate my red zone, I'm relating to a monster that shows up. And in my blue zone, I'm relating to a fish that comes up. And we can talk about that later on. But that's what happens at the shift. Yeah, to take note of the trigger,
Uh-huh.
a potential trigger, and this cause is because of two, at least equally stressful situations, or equally valued areas in your life, family and work, are meeting at a combination of stress, right? So it's
Yeah.
amplifying your stress, and that's a trigger. I wouldn't actually even call it a trigger because some people might get triggered just by mentioning trigger. I would actually use the word arouse. So your nervous system is being activated. So arousal or activation, that could be a word that I would use. But yeah, we commonly understand that as a trigger. Um, and then it, like you said, you can feel overwhelmed. And in that overwhelm, we have a pattern of going red, which is exploding, or just soaking it all up until we can't, and we just freeze, right? To me, my state of freeze is going limp. I heave a sigh, shake my head, eyes are looking down. Pretty much at that point in the clinic, my child would be thinking that uh, his dad is checking out, like literally stonewalling, checking out, ignoring. And that child who craves love and attention would be like, oh, I'm not getting what I need right now from my caregiver.
Yeah.
So these are um, the feeling we commonly call overwhelm. Yeah, overwhelm. Um, Now, is there a practical way out of this to identify? Yes, and that's what we're gonna cover in our workshop next week. One
Yeah.
of those tools, if you're interested, if you find yourself in a similar situation before, um, you know, people tend to say mindfulness, being mindful. That is a practice, right? That requires habit building, and it's just not what is natural to some people. It takes time to get there. But I'll still say yes, mindfulness is one. What I found really helpful was just being aware of where I am in that window of tolerance, whether I'm still staying green, I'm stretching. I can savor the moment by stretching, or okay, I'm stretched beyond a point where I can't. And then what are the self-care tips so that we can regulate ourselves? And that is for each individual to find out. Um, and in a situation like in the clinic, you're in a public space, or rather, an, an area where you feel exposed, right? You have to at least pretend to be what society or societal norms want you to be. If your culture is one thing of wanting to just control, repress that emotion arising, you might tend, or you may not, get into the blue zone, which is the freeze. You're like a dead fish, right? So that's my fish analogy. Um, or if you're just hardwired to allow the monster to come in, then then the monster comes. So I would say more importantly, we can also take a break, have a bottle of water, take some sips. But more importantly is that when the fish or the monster arrives, to know that it is not you per se, it is not who you are, but it's something that comes in physiologically, changes you, and it's all perfectly well and fine because that's what the brain is designed to do. No logic is involved. I hope that the key message here is then we tend to say, okay, it happens. I can move on. I might say, I'll try to do a little bit different, do something different next time something like this happens. But I'm just going to stop there. I hope I wouldn't be going on my pattern of, oh, not this again. Why am I always doing that? Why is this happening to me again? Uh, I feel like an idiot. Things like that.
Yeah.
I hope those secondary reactions uh, are what we can first start to notice. And even if they come up, let's just be aware that this tends to happen non judgmentally. That is absolutely natural and fine because of our lived experience. We're told not to do this, we're not told to do that. Um, and we have experienced that if we have done something, something bad could happen. So just leave it as it is to accept um, a situation has arise. It's natural, as in physiologically natural. Yeah. And if we can, I like to do this. I take a breath in, and at the end of the breath, I take another breath in, and I exhale as naturally as I can, really releasing. And maybe it goes away, maybe not.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. So if someone, listening feels like they are running on empty, what's the first mindset shift they can make today, even before attending?
My question back to anyone who feels like you're running on empty. Firstly, it must be difficult, yet I wonder if this is a new experience for you. Chances are it may not. You feel like you have been running on empty before. One way to look at is to ask yourself or congratulate yourself even for still showing up here right now on this podcast because there's a desire burning in you to do even better, isn't it? If we really want to go into this experience in a deeper way, perhaps another small 0.1% incremental success for you would be to accept you have survived running on empty on several occasions, and in some of them, on your own resource, you have managed with hope. If you can celebrate that, do so. Or at least place your hand on your heart. Assure that part of you who has been trying, at least you are there for you, isn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely.
If you do feel overwhelmed and you need support, do reach out to professional support. That is also helping yourself.
So let's invite our viewers. When is the upcoming shift?
Yeah, when is it? I,
It will
I
be
think
on
we talked
September
so much.
29. Yeah.
Okay.
September
It's on
29
September 29th.
at
Uh,
9:45 a.m.
okay. This is Singapore time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I actually don't know when it is. I will show up. Don't worry. But I pretty much am sure that it'll be in our description,
Yeah.
right? Okay. We have our standard requests. Um, if you like to help us, help yourselves, help others, you like to learn more, discover more, join us. Even better, send us a message telling us how you like us to unpack a certain situation that you might be uh, facing, how we could uh, use that for the benefit of others at the shift. That would help. Mm. If anything at all, we have invested time and effort to and commitment to want to do this on and on and on. Um, if you could, if this message resonates with you, like, follow us, subscribe to our channel if that's a thing for you. It helps the algorithms pick up our message. What's our message, Beverlyn?
Yeah. Well,
The chapters.
uh, the message. Is it a message or our message for viewers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your message that you would love to tell your viewers? You know, you've done this with us
Yeah.
3 years plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming to 4 years.
Yeah. Um uh to our viewers that wanted to join, but you are in the stage of in doubt or having those scenarios that you are shy or embarrassed to show up in our workshop, I think it's gonna be exciting if you join our live. This workshop, upcoming workshop, is going live on Facebook and YouTube as well, and might as well on TikTok. So if you are really in that stage, because I know I've been there, you know, in that stage of having scenario that you feel shy, embarrassed, or having doubt in yourself to show up, you have those scenarios in you, then why not join us in our live? This is going live on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. And Coach Ignatius will be there and will teach us, and we will learn something about ourselves, understanding ourselves, and being aware of what's going on inside of us and those around us. What's our unmet needs and our met needs? Why do we experience this specific emotions? Yeah.
That's beautiful. Um, for those who feel shy, embarrassed, but yet there's a little bit of curiosity that's sparked in there. That might be a part of you who's really been exiled for a while, maybe at the fringes, actually wanting to have a say in your life. Um, we are a safe space. There's no challenge for you to need to show up, turn on your camera, and so on. We are a safe space. Come check us out. You can use a different name or account if you want. I'm not sure if you need to sign in on YouTube. You probably not. Just listen in. And if something does change, or if you do have a question, you could send it to us privately. Um, yeah. My message is at the end of the day, if you're not joining as well, the key thing is, and we should be doing more of these podcasts on the window of tolerance. I'm not a teacher, I'm a learner. Uh, I'm learning as much from you as possible. Um, as a coach, I guess I'm also learning to ask better questions and or ask myself how I can connect, regulate myself better so that I can connect and co-regulate with you. But I'm not a teacher. My message really is how can I learn through my own understanding and from all of you to use my window of tolerance tool. And it's not mine, I didn't create it. I'm using somebody else's tool to use the window of tolerance to allow myself to be aware of where I am so that perhaps a typical situation that I get myself into, this time I'm well prepared for it. Or at least I'm preparing myself in increments and I know I'll get there. So the message is join us, understand what your window of tolerance looks like, find out how it can be applied into your life so you feel more regulated. Yeah, looking forward to you joining. And if not, that's also okay because we will probably want to do more things, right?
Yeah, and it's you don't have to uh if you are in that part or situation and you wanted to really go inside the workshop but having doubt, drop us on our live. Drop by. Yeah.
I'm not gonna push things too far. Just a key message here is we are this feeling human, right? And this
Yeah.
feeling human comes with its seasons, its ups and downs, and
Yeah.
more importantly, it's about life. It's not a destination. You don't have to join the workshop,
Mhm.
but just understand that changes take time. Feeling human is about accepting that the changes do take time, accepting that things happen. Sometimes we have to struggle. Some struggles are unavoidable, and just accepting that we don't have all the answers. That's what life is about. And this feeling human is just about telling us the story of what our emotions came to tell us, right? Uh, the story behind anger, what it's like for you, exploring that story, um, what is showing up for you in this moment, if it's fear. And when joy comes along, that's nice too, isn't it? So, yes, join us or not join us, but we're here and we're happy to journey together. And if you like what we're saying, our message, you may not like our faces, but if you like our message, it resonates with you, yeah, just feel free, right, to explore a little bit. And we can explore together. Hopefully, we can grow and learn from you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Take care.
Yeah. Thank
So, see
you.
you on 2020 what? 29?
Yeah. September
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
It's a Monday,
29.
isn't it?
Yeah, Monday at 9:45.
Okay. Okay. Thank you and see you all.